My name is Evora Hurd. I work with the Department of Emergency Management. I am the Special Project Coordinator as well as the Law Enforcement Liaison. I've been with the department for approximately 25 plus years. Well, since HEART's inception, the ultimate goal was for the HEART team to focus on persons experiencing homelessness and linking them to resources such as shelter, hygiene, or anything that would be beneficial to someone in that position. We created a special radio code for our law enforcement partners to identify these particular call types that are specific to persons experiencing homelessness. And what we did with HEART is took that piece away from law enforcement. This has made them available to respond to higher priority calls that have a criminal element that they are better suited to respond to.
My name is Kenneth Franklin. I've been with Urban Alchemy since November of 2022. I've been with SF Heart since the beginning. You never know what today may hold. There's always interesting people, interesting events happening, trying to deal with other people's trauma and trying to get convinced or encourage, I should say, them to want more for themselves. For me, this job is very personal because just growing up from the streets of LA, having aunties and uncles as drug addicts, drug users from a young age, seeing them go through that struggle and having to be the one to go to Skid Row to go get them from the methadone clinic on 29th and Broadway. And I'm only 14, 15, and seeing them just go through those everyday struggles and having to clean them up and whatever else that comes with that, and feed them and all that. Like, when I'm out here with these people, that's what I resonate with. I look at these people as like, damn, this is my auntie, this was my uncle. Like, I'm not just the normal guy that'll just come and just be like, hey, I need you to move, or hey, I got this shelter. Do you want it or not, yes or no? I wanna get in your business. I wanna know if you're okay. I wanna know if you ate. I wanna know how you're feeling. I wanna know how can I help you? And that's how I connect with these people, letting them know I'm there for you. And for the city to actually fund this, it's like so real. Like every day I'd be like, I would never think I'd be in a position where I have a PD radio and at any given moment I can be like, hey, I'm in trouble and they gonna come. Or just me working hand in hand with Department of Emergency Management on this level. Never in a million years I thought that, right? But being that we do have that, I think it's important to keep it because we resonate with these people on a whole nother level.
Hi, my name is Sharon Gavos. I'm a supervisor here at HEART. I've been working for Urban Alchemy for 2.5 years. I engage with a lot of people experiencing homelessness. I was homeless for 10 years out here, so I'm in it from the heart. I feel that the first impression, you know what I mean, with humbleness and respect and kindness means a whole lot because individuals that's experiencing homelessness feel like they're invisible. And so making a connection with them from your heart and being honest with them, it keeps it real, keeps it the relationship getting stronger, and you get to know them and get to help them. A success story is when I work with a person experiencing homeless and the city, not only the city, but a few more other agencies have an issue with getting them to communicate with them, and then I can go out and start a relationship with them and then actually getting them moved into a shelter or housing. That's a big success story for me. I love that part of the job. I love that part of the job. I was all open hands when I came here, when I got trained. I absorbed all the information I could. I didn't know how I was going to respond when I got out there on the block or on the streets of San Francisco. I didn't know how I was going to respond, how I was going to act, you know, but I know I had a compassion for it. That's what I did know. I come to work, you know, to help somebody. I do it from the heart. I don't do it from the head or the paycheck. I do it from the heart, and that's to help somebody because somebody helped me get to where I am right today. And so I go out there full force trying to let people know it's not going to be easy, but it's doable to get housed, you know what I mean? It's a lot of following up you gotta do, and I give my card a lot so they can call me when they go do an assessment or they get in a shelter bed if something ain't right, If it's an older person or a young person, a trans person, it doesn't matter. I give them my card so they can call me as soon as they do an assessment, so I can at least try to guide them in the right direction, hook them up with the care coordinator to the best of my ability, so they can get some more support and resources. So this job means everything to me. I love this job.
And I say that, I have a story, right? We usually don't get calls like this over the radio, and they just like, can we get a heart unit? I have Mr. Michael with me, one of my practitioners, a great practitioner, very patient. I had him with me as well, right? So we went in there, not really too sure of what we was gonna do or how we was gonna do it, but we convinced this guy to just take whatever services that was offered to him. And after we was able to do that, the officers was like so amazed. Like, bro, like how do y'all do that? Being able to make that connection, being able to show that having someone with the experience that we have coming from the streets and using that experience in a more positive light to help people, that's a big deal. I think that's a major deal. And I think we need to continue on with this. This is like a big moment. Like, I think this is something that all cities need, because we have people that come from these urban communities and want to build them up in a whole nother way, in a positive way. Being able to do that in San Francisco first, to show that it works. Like, we are saving so many lives, like on a day-to-day basis, like saving so many people. And I think we need to keep these programs around, because I'm seeing to save people, and we are saving people. Some in housing now, some in shelters now, some has never been talked to in 20 years, never been assessed, and now they in some type of form of shelter. Like, we are encountering people in the crevices of this city that they thought they was invisible, but guess what? The Heart team sees them, and we see them, and we working with them, and we gonna continue to do what we do.